Hey guys, this is Chris with Ron Boots Farm, and today we're going to talk about plumbing in the barn. What we're doing today is running some plumbing in the barn. Y'all seen my other videos of framing the walls up and all of that, so before we close them in, we got to get any water lines we want behind the walls ran. So we have already ran the main line. I didn't get any video of that. We were in a hurry the day we did it, and I didn't video. So basically what we have here is the line comes out of the ground right out there. I don't know if you can see that, but right inside the door, I know there's a glare. There was an original pipe that came up that was in PVC that came to the barn. We converted that to CPVC so that a little less likely chance of the pipe breaking at the due to the heat or the cold out here, even though we're insulating everything really well. And in the winter, if there's a freeze coming, I can just shut that shut off there off and shut water off to everything. But we came out, there's going to be a stub out there eventually, and I know y'all can't see that. I'll walk around there in a minute. But there'll be another faucet there. Then this line runs down the wall right here by the sink. And let me flip y'all around here. So right here, there's going to be a sink, washing eggs and that kind of thing. It will just drain out on the ground. That's our drain pipe that's coming out. There's our cold water that tees off of our line coming out, coming down the wall. And this is for any future hot water. This just stubs up, goes up the wall, and is just stubbed up in the attic. So if we eventually add a hot water heater out here, or a water heater, I know plumbers will get on to me for saying hot water heater, because if the water's already hot, why do you need to heat it? But if we add a water heater, we can just tap in there up in the ceiling and come out to that. So then this line goes on down. We added a faucet outside here because we didn't have much water around. There's only one faucet outside, and it just comes out of the ground over there, and it broke off a time or two just to the location. So we put a new 3/4 outside faucet on the barn, outside of the barn here, down around the corner. And I won't walk around there, it's dark over there, but this, just so you know, this goes on down. We put another faucet about halfway down the barn on the back side, and then we just have it run down, and we have it capped off at the end of the wall down there. And I will go ahead and show you all that. So there you can see, hopefully in the dark, that line comes on down. There's another faucet. I got my video crazy right there, if you can see it going out, and it's just capped off down there. And eventually when we finish the walls, it will go all the way down around the corner, and we'll put another faucet or two down there. So this is what I was talking about a second ago, where the water comes out. We have a shut off, and then we have it stubbed out here because eventually there will be a wall, and we'll have a faucet there because this will be a processing station. We left this pipe here when we had all the corrals cut out because we figured that would be a good place to hang a goat or something like that, to cut it up once it was slaughtered. We will put something on the walls like they use in commercial kitchens or something to keep that's easily washable for blood and that kind of thing. But we left enough room where you can kind of walk around all the way around just about if you had something hanging there that you wanted to process inside. And then we put that there for water. So eventually there'll be another wall there, and that'll all be in the wall. So that's why that's just stubbed out for now. So that is what we're gonna work on today. We're gonna add some more lines. Specifically, sorry about that. Specifically, we're going to tee off and come down this wall just to right in there somewhere and add a shut-off box for an ice maker. There's gonna be a refrigerator there, and then cabinets. Again, this is gonna be a farm processing room, and there's gonna be a refrigerator for storing eggs and whatnot. And I figured might as well run a water line in case there's an ice maker. We'll go ahead and hook it up. So we're just going to tee off and come out right there for that. And then on this other side, of course, this line goes all the way around. We are going to tee off and come down this wall. I'll have to move that insulation out of the way to drill through it, and then come down here somewhere, and we'll put a shut off right in there for an ice maker. We already plan on having a freezer set over there. There's a dedicated circuit there for a freezer. And I may end up having to, I'll have to look and see exactly what I need to do on the electrical. This plug is just on the same circuit as these, which none of them will ever be on at the same time, so I may can get away with just hooking the ice maker into that one, or I may need to run another home run over to that, but we'll figure out the later date. But I'm gonna run plumbing over there, and I already have bought a small ice maker that holds about, makes up to 90 pounds a day and can hold up to 30 pounds in the bin that's gonna sit right there. All right, guys, these are the shutoffs we're going to use. These are, in fact, I just noticed I'll have to do some converting. I bought these because they said CPVC hookups. I probably should have just got one with a female end, because this is a like a 1/2 inch, looks like stub out on these, and I'm using 3/4 pipe, so I'll have to get, yeah, it's a 1/2 inch CPVC inlet. So I'll have to, when I go to the McCoy's, or when I go to the lumber yard, I'll have to get a reducer from 3/4 to 1/2 inch to hook to this, which is fine. It'll have enough pressure coming up to it, and then just running the water line is small anyway, so that's no big deal. So these will mount. You can see they have tabs here. This faceplate comes off, and then we'll mount them to the studs, and then we'll run our lines to them. And I got 2 of them to use in both spots that I discussed earlier. So, all right, guys, let's get to it. All of our holes drilled, and I have everything dry fitted, so none of it's glued yet, but you can see I got the box mounted, the cutoff box. Got let me get down here closer, you can see I got my 1/2 inch to 3/4 reducer, or of course that way is being larger, but you're really coming 3/4 to 1/2 inch there reducer to get to the right size, elbowing down. Going low there just so I can get below the electrical boxes all the way down, and then down here I'm having to come up to get in line with my supply pipe that's going down the other wall here. You can see it going down that way, so elbowed up and across, and so everything's pretty much dry fitted. All I have to do there is once I turn the water off, splice that, put my T in, get everything, any final adjustments as far as the pipe links and all that, and then we'll glue everything together. Over here on the other side, this one was pretty simple. Mount the box, come down, elbow over, and same thing over here on this side. Just have to, once turn the water off, put our T in and glue all that up. I will probably put some strapping on this one to pull it over because of the angle. I had to go in here. The pipes just coming at a little bit of an angle out, so I'll probably put some strapping or something on that just to hold it straight. But that's pretty much it. All we gotta do now is turn the water off and glue it all together. guys, there's one connection made. We cut that in, glued it on our T, elbowed up and glued it into our box. Those who aren't familiar with using PVC or CPVC pipe need some cleaner and some glue. I picked this up at one of our local hardware stores. This is just some Weld-On P68 primer. Dries purple, as you can see, so you got to be careful not to make a mess. I usually get it all over me, take a bath in it, as my grandfather always said. And this is just some Weld-On multi-purpose glue that's good for, as you can see there, PVC and CPVC. I've used all different kinds of brands. That's just what they happen to have where I went. So they got this one done, and we will skip over to the other one. Now we got the other line in. I didn't get any video putting the T in because it's back here in the wall and there just wasn't enough space. But got that cut, got that line teed off, elbowed down so it could be underneath all of our electrical. And yeah, it's a mess. I didn't really take much time to try to keep it clean since it's going to be in the wall anyway. So I was kind of in a hurry, and again, didn't really matter because no one's going to see it, so there wasn't no need to take a lot of time being real neat with it. On down. Now I'm not sure if I got any video of this, but I did have a screw up right here. Apparently trying to get the camera and all that set up, I either grabbed the wrong piece of pipe or something, and this piece right here was too short. I'm not sure if I just wasn't paying much attention or if I think I grabbed the wrong piece off the ground. I think I grabbed the wrong cutoff, but so what I had to do was it was a hair short, so I cut it, put a collar in there to extend it down a little bit. You never want to have any extra joints. It's just another spot that could potentially leak, but I had to do what I had to do to make it work. So again, sometimes you screw it up even when you halfway know what you're doing. But we got it done, so it's all in now. All we got to do is let it dry. So I'm gonna go take care of a few other things. Give this an hour or so to make sure it's dry good. I think if you look on the glue, it'll say give it 24 hours or something, but I found that pretty much, I mean, really, even in 20-30 minutes, you could probably turn the water on most of the time, but I'm gonna give it a good hour or so before I come up here and test it. And then once we make sure there's no leaks, we will put all of our pipe insulation on that we have here. You can see it on the ground. We will put all that on, and that part will be finished, and then we'll just finish up doing our wall insulation. All right, guys, this is where we'll cut this one off. Came out here and turned the water on. If you can see, no leaks. So double checked everything. Again, no leaks anywhere. So everything worked out. While I was waiting for that to dry, I did, as you can see on the supply line here, I started running my pipe insulation. So I got a big chunk of that done, at least on the main line. As you can see, that black line going through there, that's the supply line. I got most of that insulation on. I'll have to come back and do some odd and end stuff around some of the joints, but I got a big chunk of it on. So all the plumbing is done, and next we'll finish up the wall insulation. So as always, thanks for watching. If you hadn't already, please like the video, subscribe if you like what we're doing here, and we'll catch y'all on the next video.